Welcome back to our 31st web programming tutorial. Now, what I've done is I've added in an extra hyperlink for important that's references div.html, and I've done this because I believe it to be the most important tutorial I'm going to do. And what I want you to do is I want you to copy this little link here, and now we need to save it. Control-Alt-S, and we want to call it div.html or whatever you named your hyperlink. And firstly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to go off screen and grab my little text that I've already put in. Okay, so I want you guys to write something like this in the tag div. I don't really care what you write, just write something that's a little bit long so you can really see it. Now, I'm going to change the about me to important because, well, I kind of feel that that's what this video is pretty much all about. And I'm going to save this here. Sorry guys, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment. Now, over in the CSS sheet, what we need to do is we need to create the div tag. And what we'll do is we'll start adding stuff in. So we'll get border and 5px. Now solid red. Now I don't believe we've done this before, but what I've done is I've defined the border, I've defined the size of it, and I've told it to be a solid border, and I've also told it that I want the color to be red. Now if you save this, we can then run our div page. There we go, we've got a nice little form ready. So now we'll go back and we'll add in a few more things. So firstly, I want the position to be absolute. Now don't worry about this, we'll cover this in the next few tutorials. I just need to introduce div, and now I want the width to be 100 pixels, and the height to be, we'll go with 200 pixels. Now if we save this here, we go back over and take a look at our div page. There we go, we've got a little bit of a change. It's a bit jumbled now, but we've got a change. And the third thing that we're going to do is we're going to add in a few little extra commands. We're going to name it top at, say, 15 pixels, and going to name it left at 250 pixels. So once we save this, we'll go back over and take a look at our div page again. And so this is without adding any changes to the top or left, and this is after changing the top and left. So what we can tell through this has the values for it has the border at 5 pixels, its position is absolute, the width is 100 pixels across, and a height of 300 pixels. And what we can tell here is that from the height we've got from the top here down to the bottom here, we've got 300 pixels in there. And from the left of it, we've got 100 pixels across. And again, we've also got this extra 5 pixels around it for the border. Now, I'm not too sure exactly if the border counts as within the 300 for height and 100 for width, which I would say it wouldn't. So I'd say that there's probably about 310 pixels here for the top and the bottom, and 110 across, but don't really need to worry about this. Now over here, we've completely changed the position by adding in two different values: a top of 100 pixels and a top of how much did I say it was? 15 pixels, and a left of 250 pixels. So to the left we've got 250 pixels, and then our div starts. And from the top we've got 15 pixels. but it doesn't look great because what we've done is we've overwritten absolutely everything that we've done. And if I were to change the positioning to, say, just 15 on the left instead of 250, we would interfere with the image, the first header, and it would just look like a complete jumbled mess. And that's what absolute does. It defines the absolute position, and even if it messes up the entire page, that's what we've done. So over the next few tutorials, we'll go through the absolute position, the fixed position, and the relative position. And that will show you a little bit more about how we deal with this div and positioning within a web page. However, div, again, I believe to be the most important because we've created a little box here and we can position it anywhere we want. If I wanted to, I could position it down here somewhere and it'll be out of the way, and that's where I find that it really works. Because in fact, a lot of times you'll see ads on one side of a page. That's where we can put the ads, make sure it's out of the way of all our content, but it's still on our page and visible. And we'd have our text in this little area here. The whole goal is with this div is to make different little sections, and I'll show you how to do that in the coming tutorials. But what we're worried about now is just how we've actually done it. We've built a little text, and we're now going to show you what can. I'm now going to show you what you can do by changing the position, and also what we've done now is we've done the absolute position and we've also introduced your div. So I won't need to cover absolute anymore. The absolute position will probably be featured in the next few tutorials just to see the difference, but that's all we're going to cover in this video. If there are any issues with this or any of my other videos, leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, thanks for watching and remember to like and subscribe.